Hello world, and hello friends! Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. This copper has finally aged. Now, that being said, this is not what the episode's going to be about. I'm just happy that that has happened. And look at that, I have finally gotten one of these to age. Look at that guy. But yeah, the rest of this just going very slow. And like I said, I'm going to keep this out of spite. But as I said, that is not the point of the episode. The point of the episode is going to start focusing around this island. I am finally doing it. I am finally getting to the Nether portal to make this look quite a bit better. As you can see, I went around, I already did this terraforming before, but I have gone around the rest of the lake that is here to terraform that. I have adjusted my waterfall, still might do some more touches there, and I have also done the inner portal. And as you can see, I'm doing more of this deep slate, making it be dark, because that is going to be a little bit more in line with what I do for the nether portal. And honestly, I'm still working on what I am doing, but I actually am taking some inspiration from my last episode and actually putting a functional farm right underneath my nether portal. Take a second. Can you think what it is? Think about it. It's a basalt generator. I'm making an official one. It's going to be working a lot quicker. I mean, not really a lot quicker. There's only so much faster you can get, but I'm doing like double piston, so one chain of pistons behind me there, one set of pistons behind me there. They meet in the middle. I gotta find a place for the beacon. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. I still don't have anything to do a time lapse. So yeah, sadness there. But I'm going to be building that farm right behind me. Like I said, no time-lapse recording software right now, so here we are with another cube. Prism. Just like my town hall. But it won't stay that way for right now. I got a little carried away with my decorations, with the encasing structure, and yeah, I'll need to move the portal. Regardless of that, we have staircases coming down from both sides and a pretty simple line of basalt, which you can see that I've been making it work. All I do is I press this lever here, and then I can just mine away at it. As you can see, not much is happening because I do not have a beacon at the moment. But if you're not able to tell, I'll show you a little bit easier. But these pistons are actually alternating the order they go in. So I don't know which one starts first, but you'll see one goes, then the other one, then the other one, and they just alternate the whole way through. I have 3 hopper rows to pick up everything, space to run underneath if they drop, and space to run up top for whatever is missed. The redstone, I would say, is a little bit advanced, but I did my best to keep it not too complicated. I also didn't worry about keeping it compact or anything. That's not really my concern. I just need to build bigger if I make redstone bigger. So yeah, it's pretty simple. There's just repeater clock happening over there, turning it into a pulse, and turning that into a pulse. And there is a slight delay, I believe, coming over to this side, which makes the other side fire first, and then this fire second, based off of the delay of that. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm not a super good redstoner, but I do kind of know what I'm doing. So, yeah. Now I gotta pretend to be a builder and figure out what I'm building above this. The number one thing I figured out is that I actually need to do something with the bridge. As you can see, I am trying to map out where I'm going to put some of the support pillars, and I think I've settled on this like 2-pillar design. I don't know bridges, I don't know what it's supposed to be. But it doesn't make the most sense when I have to raise up that level. So I think I might have this bridge rise up as it goes across. That's likely what you're going to see next. So let's make it happen. Well, the bridge looks exactly the same, but that's because I've worked on the top of this. And if you are seeing the one thing that's going to be the one issue with this, shush. Don't worry about it. Just ignore it. But yes, here we are. I don't know exactly why I did it. I don't know why I did this way. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. I like it. It's neat. Is it stylish? No. Does it have to be? I don't think so. I like it. I Yeah, it's a little ugly, but hey, it's mine. And I have added these nylium areas, so if I ever need to grow more of them, I can just grow them here instead of having to make some nylium elsewhere and plant it. And who knows, maybe as time goes on, I'll realize that, oh, maybe I can put this elsewhere, or if I make an actual nylium farm, well, nether tree farm, what would it be called? I'm not sure. But if I do end up making that elsewhere, I will probably change these into be something else. But I kind of like this. It is very much Nether-like, and I I think it's neat. It's ugly, but I like it. And yeah, if you don't notice what the problem is, three fence posts there and two fence posts there. This is a even, no, this is an odd length building connected to an even length portal and an even length road. Could I do something about that? Probably. Will I? Nah. I'm gonna leave it as is. Keep it how it is because hey, this was this was fun to make. I liked it. It gets the purpose done. I still gotta put the beacon somewhere. But that's okay. I'll get to that in just a little bit. But I still gotta do this bridge, which I said I would do first, but I did that first. Now I gotta do the bridge. And I'm still working on how to do that. But yeah, let's get this bridge done. And here we are. Everything is working. I have installed a beacon. I'll get to that more in a second. But I figured I just wanted to stand here and collect some basalt and also just take a look and see how exactly all of this basalt flies everywhere. Maybe there's a more efficient collection system, but it does look like I will need to manually collect quite a bit of it. And honestly, that's okay. The chests down here still do collect quite a bit of it, and I think I will, for right now, just store all of this in there. I don't think I need too much more. I just wanted to have a base stash for right now. What I have been working on is this bridge, and I've gone through a few iterations of this. I had to figure out the right slope. I've been working on the pillars, and honestly, pillars might need a tad bit more work, but I am very happy with that pillar. Let me get to the other side. There we go. This is one of the times where it's like, yay, we have shelves. I love it. But why can't we have vertical slabs of wood? Like, that just would make it look so much nicer having a mirrored arch right there. But the shelf does do a good job kind of smoothing it out, though it does blend in with the stripped, so, win some, lose some. I enjoy this. I kind of see it as all of that was just a block of deep slate that somehow got pushed up from the ground, hence why it's in the lake. It just randomly pushed up. And all of that was formed into the platform for the portal, and then they had to get some blackstone to help build the bridge across. Why exactly it works like that? I don't know. There's only so much lore that I can think of, because I am not that smart. As you can see, I've added some cracked blackstone over here, cracked deep slate in the walls, some of the glow lichen, and some of the cracked blackstone over here. I think I would like to add some resin clumps here and there because it would look kind of nice with the gilded blackstone, and potentially also good just to decorate the outside. Also just giving hints of like, hey, this is a lava dimension inter area. Things are hot. Things can be a little bit of embers. Doesn't make most sense? Nah, but I like it. And I think a resin farm is actually something that I would like to do next. But not today. Next, what I need to do is actually be able to disguise this beacon. And it's here because I think I actually want to build a house here for this beacon to live in. And not only that, but these little machines that I have conveniently ran in front of and can't walk around. Now, you may be wondering, what's in these? What are these buttons for? Well, I've been thinking that I need to build more things around the area just to fill in space and to fill in some sight lines. Not that there's much over here to put besides trees, but over here, and if I fly up in the town, there's a lot of blank spaces where, like, a house could go here, a building could. There could be a building that goes there, etc., etc., etc. And as I said, I am not a smart person. I do not know what's going to work best. And to kind of lean on that and add some challenge to myself and some randomness, that's what these machines do behind me. This solo one over here is going to give me a stone type to work with. I've specifically chosen all the ones that give a chiseled chiseled brick. Wow, I cannot speak today. I've chosen the ones that give me a chiseled brick because those have a much larger variety than some of the other stone types. And yes, that also does mean copper gets thrown in there. We'll see how that works. Maybe I like it, maybe I don't like it. And this diamond is special because this diamond, if I get it, that means that I have to use a stone type that is not one of these 8. Now, that being said, it's not that I can only use these stone types, it's that I have to primarily have the house use the stone types. And then what's these over here? Well, these are the wood types. So each house is going to have one wood type and one stone type, because that seems to be kind of what I've been building. So I have the mud as the pseudo stone type, and jungle as the wood type, though I did put some spruce in there. For here, it's a little bit more varied. There's some spruce, oak, and then the prismarine is the stone. For my main house, that would be oak and stone with a little bit of acacia in there. And then etc, etc. You can kind of see how I've kept a similar theme for most of the buildings. This one's more stone and very little wood because it's for a stonemason. The town hall as well doesn't have much wood into it, but it does use the multiple things. And this over here, it would be spruce and tough would be the two categories of that. So, this is now going to be my little challenge area. And whatever I get, one wood type and one stone type. For the record, all of these are just 4 in each of these for which wood type. And I might iterate these down, or I might iterate this design as I continue going on. But how this will work is I'll push that button, one piece of wood, well, will mostly go in there. So now I have between these 3, which is, that is going to be an interesting pick, whatever gets. So, it will be, whatever wood type that is, jungle, with a stone type. Blackstone. Okay. So now that means, with jungle and blackstone, I need to build a house behind me to cover up the beacon, and I think also to have this machine live in, primarily using blackstone and jungle. This will be interesting. I'm gonna think about this, but yeah. Adding to my challenges here, I'm also gonna build it inside a chunk, which is coincidentally roughly where the beacon is. So yes, in this chunk, to hide the beacon, I will be making a house of blackstone and jungle. Now the good news is, Flashback, it has been updated to 1.21.9. Woo! So I get to figure out how to use that. But also, I need to sleep in this game and actually design a house. I have some ideas, but we'll see. I might need to Google. Anyway, let's get to the time lapse for what feels like the first time in forever. Did anybody catch my mistake? If you did, pat yourself on the back. You know Minecraft better than I do. For those of you that didn't, let me fill you in. But to do that, I need to go to my creative world. Welcome to my creative world. This is where I go around and test different designs and different things that I am going to bring in to the survival world. So, let's explain what my mistake is. I said that I was selecting all blocks that had chiseled. And here's every chiseled block. Do you see something that's missing? If you don't, it's the resin block. There is actually 9 different chiseled blocks that exist here. And that is not including the oxidized. So I was missing, I think, the chiseled nether bricks and the resin blocks in that description. So that means that doing a system of one block kind of works. But then, what about all the other stone type blocks that exist? Because I said I wanted to have one of wood and one of stone, and that doesn't show it. And I only realized that as I was working on this, which is a surprising amount of redstone in my creative testing world. I do have a redstone world, but regardless, this is the contraption I will be building in the house. The gold and diamond are just temporary blocks to tell me where my floor is. But yeah, I needed to mirror one for stone and one for wood. I think I actually did that backwards. But this is now hooked up as pretty much as I will when I create the house. But I think for the absolute fairness, I need to re-roll what my stone and what my wood is going to be. So on this side, I have all of the wood. I think this is in a slightly different configuration for order of wood, but that's okay. It's still going to be random enough. And over here, I have the stone types. So I went with everything that has a stair and a slab. That will give me the most freedom as I build. So everything you find in the overworld, things that are a little bit more unique in the overworld, and everything you find in other dimensions. I am counting resin as other dimension, which kind of doesn't work. But if everything's hooked up right, I can push this button, and out comes my 2 blocks. So I have now given myself the most abundant block I own, and one of the least abundant blocks. But hey, that's the point of these challenges. I will now be building, and like I said, in all fairness, I wanted to fully re-randomize what I got. So, a house of bamboo and endstone. Now, to the time lapse where I'm building it. I'm probably going to build it here first, but let's get to the time lapse. And I did, in fact, build it first in creative, which was a good thing. I probably could have made it in survival purely, but I just didn't really have the end stone available. I actually had to go to the end to get just a little bit more end stone because that's just the tiniest of margins that I was on. But here we are, a house of bamboo and end stone. And don't worry, I did do the training. You will see that in just a moment. And here we are, the finished house. There is still some terraforming that needs to resolve itself, and I'll probably do some more decorations outside. But yes, here we are at the house. I debated about orienting the house facing this way, but based off of the terrain and how it was and the spacing, I felt it just better to be facing out directly towards the road. And you can see a little bit more of where I cut back just a little bit more. And yeah, these 2 colors actually went together surprisingly well. I was actually very surprised by that. So, yeah, nothing too crazy. You can see the beacon beam, I actually switched to green. On the inside, it is yellow. And that is just thanks to a yellow piece of glass here. I could probably disguise that a little bit, but I do also want to keep it available to actually turn off. So that's what that block is for. It just covers it up, and potentially more to come to make that fancier. But for right now, that's all it is. It gives haste. And then there's some glass up in the ceiling to change it. And yes, everything is still pretty simple. I might add some decorations here and there, but buttons on that side. It is wired up to both of these, and I actually do still need to get a few more copies in the back of here just so I don't lose track of how everything is ordered. And yeah, I don't exactly know why I kept this backspace here. It just kind of became that way, and I just didn't fix it. I think it worked well because of just the symmetry that I'm able to create on the walls, so I'm keeping it. Same thing on the other side. I just need to add more copies of each item, which I think means I need to farm a little bit more of either the warped stem or the crimson. English is hard. And yeah, up above you can see the beacon beam color change, which probably isn't perfect, might change it, but for right now, I'm happy with it. It kind of fits, honestly. Now, just to wrap up, one other thing that's on my mind is that I did throw away the combination of jungle and blackstone. And yeah, I did that because it wasn't really truly random, wasn't showing all of the options that I could have, hence why I did this again. But I do kind of feel bad throwing away that color combination when the whole point of doing this randomness is for a challenge. So, while this house is not jungle and blackstone, I will, in fact, make a house that will be jungle and blackstone. I'll just figure out where a little bit later. And one last thing I want to do before wrapping up this episode is actually taking a look at the maps. As you can see, I think I forgot to show the change of that last time, and now I get to see a very big reveal of whatever this is going to be. I think this is very similar to the lighthouse, where it is such a large area. Now, I will say I did fly around and on this scale of map get a little bit more area, because I think if I am expanding from the center this far out, I need to expand that far from the center on all sides. So that means I have a lot of work to do. And you can see over here, I do have a very miniature ice farm. But let's take a look at how this looks. Oh, wow, that that almost looks like a video game controller. That's that was not what I expected. I kind of like it. It's yeah, you can kind of see the decision I made to do all of the glow lichen all across the line there. So I may change that. I just kind of made it easy for myself and lit it up doing that way. But on a lot of the roofs, you can actually see how I did the light sources. So I guess those are just kind of stuck there without too much I can do about it. And over on these maps as well, you can see how much of an impact that actually makes. And over here, you can actually see it actually made a full circle there, which I'm a little surprised with. But, when the map zooms out that much, it does some funky stuff. And I think that's where I'm going to end the episode for today. I want to thank you all for joining me as I created these two brand new structures for my world today and this week. And I do look forward to using this building and the mechanics underneath to build even more houses. And maybe those houses don't really need to have anything. So far, every building's had something to it. But I think I need some aesthetic buildings just to fill the space. So, before I let you guys go, I want to let you all know that I have actually started a Twitch channel. I have been streaming Pokemon Legends ZA a few times here and there. I'm just excited to play it, and the whole point of me creating this channel is to share with you, the world, and all my friends the games that I love to play, and Pokemon is one of them. So, I hope you'll join me over there. No schedule yet, I'm still working on that, so stay tuned for what that may be. And I hope you'll also stay tuned for whatever my next week episode is. Best way to do that is to subscribe so you won't miss my next video. Leave a like down below if you do think it deserved a rating. That also helps YouTube show everybody what I am up to. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think I have enjoyed this little corner of my town here. And until next time, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and be good to the world. This has been Radio, signing off.